I'm getting so annoyed right now. I just tried to make a whole video about my artwork and it's like, nope. But I'm gonna do it again because I keep having to do things over and over again today because today is repeat day. So what you're looking at right now is, I had said that I was gonna, well, maybe I didn't say it. Maybe I said it in my head. That I was gonna show everybody, the artwork that I have in my room. And this particular piece that you're looking at was done by a man named John Bramblett. He is a local artist here, and he is blind. He lost his vision because of epilepsy, and so now he is, and let me see if I can say this really good, because ours, he is the only known blind muralist, I believe that's right. So he's been doing all kinds of things around Dallas and stuff. It's really cool. So and this is from a series called Movement, and I think I may be wrong, but I think this one was Movement number 10. And then there were these are limited prints. This I'm going to show you because I tried to show it in the last video, but it cut me off. But these two are also from the thing. These are limited edition prints. And, okay, let me try to go back over this again. It gets so annoying when you have to redo things. This is a Black Widow. This is a plane that my papa made. My papa is my maternal grandfather, and this was his favorite plane. He used to just make model airplanes all the time, and he would do it out of his brain, like nothing else. And he was in the Air Force, for a long time, and he always loved planes. And before he passed, like, I asked what his favorite plane was, and he said it was Black Widow, and it was because he remembered seeing them flying overhead when he was a little boy. And he would draw. And another fun fact, I remember my great grandmother telling me that when he was in school, he used to get in trouble all the time because instead of signing his name, he would draw a little airplane, which is super cute. There's a different name for it. He put that there. I guess the PG-1 maybe is the actual name for it. But it's a Black Widow. I accidentally broke a piece of it when I was moving, but I have the pieces here. I just need to fix it. And then this is oil from Saudi Arabia. Oh no, the biplane. This is oil from Saudi Arabia from when he was stationed there. My grandmother just recently passed, and I didn't really get a whole lot. But this was one of the things that I got, and it kind of has a bit of a memory because I carried it around with me for a long time in like 5th grade because we had a project and I never gave it back, and then I did. So, and this is a little biplane that he made. A little biplane, and it spins. Like, for real, he would make planes out of nowhere, and he would, out of nowhere, and out of his brain, like, he just could do it, and he would make them fly. And a funny story about my grandfather that I always heard about was a time that he had built this plane that was supposed to be able to be flown, but it would not, and he got so pissed that he just smashed it to pieces. I don't know, it's just kind of funny. So hold on a sec while I swipe over. Okay, so these are the things that are like way higher than I am. I'm standing on my bed. These two things are from the movie 9. They're like collectibles now. Oh, I forgot there's Spock down there. But those come from the movie 9. I don't know that there was any more. I always thought there was, but I guess they were the only two. And then there's Batman. And Batman is significant to me because I'm a gatekeeper of Batman. Me and my papa used to always watch Batman together. He sewed me a Batman doll before it was like even a thing. And so Batman and airplanes are like significant to me. Batman I will always be a gatekeeper of because we always watch Batman together. Anytime I went to his house, I was like, let's watch Batman, and he was like, all right, and we watched Batman. And it was really cool when they did bring out the movies that turned out so well. So Batman is mine. You can't have Batman. Oh, I think these are just like those little things. I'm sorry. Those are just little random things. There's an ocarina up there. That painting my sister made. And that little labyrinth, dude. Like, I found him in Walmart. He was in a random bin. I was like, fuck yes. And it doesn't even look like a knockoff or anything. It's awesome. It looks like David Bowie. It's great. That weird fucking statue there, and that one too. So there's these things called mystery boxes, and I have a funny story about that because I sent one to my friend and he legit was gonna send it back because he thought that they got his name wrong and they were gonna send it back, and I contacted the company and I was like, he's gonna send it back, what do I do? And they were like, sometimes we have that happen, you know, we'll just refund you or whatever. But he's got one thing, I think, and then these came from the other two ones, and they have little stories that go with them. They're really cool. The Nuka-Cola bottle, it actually turns on, and it's like a quantum Nuka-Cola. If you know, you know. It turns on blue, but of course it's way the fuck up here, so I'll never turn it on. This was me and the dean when I got my ring for my bachelor's, and this was my hood for my bachelor's, and there's like my little, whatever the fuck you call it when you graduate. It's not a diploma, it's like a certificate of you're gonna receive a diploma. And then that's from Harry Potter, the thing I can't remember the name of right now. And then I got all these little bobbleheads, and then whoop, there's the chicken. The reason why there's a ducky thing is because me and my sister, when I was born, they were she took big sister classes, and so they gave her a duck and then me a duck, but so my sister could give me the duck. And so the two-headed ducky, as morbid as it is basically just me and my sister. I always call her big ducky, and she's like baby ducky. So yeah. And I can scoot over on this one, I think, across, because why the fuck not? And then, oh, I'm back up. I'm still standing on my bed. This is from the Movement. This is a limited edition print. This is an original, as for Movement. You can tell I really loved when he did those ones. He always uses a whole lot of colors. Oh, it was probably better looking at it from that way. But yeah, because he did put a lacquer on top of it, a resin. These ones are all prints. They're by a guy called Kevin Esslinger. Fun fact, this right here was gonna be a cover for a book, and it's called The Thief of Always by Clive Barker. And it was probably the first book I ever read all the way to the end, because I have a small attention span. It's gone better, but yeah, that was gonna be the first one. Which also, let me drag you across over here. My aunt, when I was very young, because she was the one that gave me the book to read, and for 1 year for my birthday, she got me the first edition of The Thief of Always. And if you look, I can turn the pages one-handed. It's the first edition, and it's signed by Clive Barker. If you don't know who that is, he's kind of like similar to Stephen King, but since this was the first book that I really ever read through, really, yeah, this is a great book. If you have a teenager who likes to read, I tried to get him to read this, my teenager, but he's not cool like that, I guess. I like books, especially because my brain can handle it more these days. This is this book, I'm just going to show you everything. My bloody wood bracelet, weird little knickknacks. The Shouting in the Dark is John Bramlett's biography. That's something totally different. And here are these evil beings. And if you know, you know. This is a Furbaka, and all he does is make Chewbacca noises. And I had him in my closet one time when I lived at a different house, because he wouldn't shut up, and I accidentally woke him, and he just started growling, and I was like, oh my god, they're Satan's pets. Fucking Furbies. They're so expensive too. This one was super expensive. My mom made me this. It's a unicorn that, because there was like this pattern and I thought it was super cute, so she made me that. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, these are all, this one was a limited. This was done by 2 different artists. I can't remember who. This is Kevin Esslinger's part, and then this was another part. The original painting was really huge. This one is super cool. He kind of changed his art style though, and I'm not really a big fan of it. He has this whole Alice in Wonderland series. There's the Red Queen, and then Humpty Dumpty, perfect example of myself, and a deviled egg. And I think there's one more of these somewhere. It's Sesame Street. I put it in my son's room when he was young. I don't know why, because I did. But if you notice, like, I never correct these pictures because you see how they're all like in different angles, like the frames, because I just think it just adds exactly what it needs for this. And planning out, if you're an art collector, planning out how you're gonna display your art is a challenge in itself. It really is. But my door is right here. If you wanna ever scan that, have fun. You can pause it and scan if you can. But yeah, so they're all angular, and I never fix it because I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect that they're all fucking whack. It's just me, I don't know. Oh, and I guess the last little things I can show as I climb back up on my bed. This came from, man, was it in, I don't think it was Arts and Jazz. I can't remember. Richard got it for me, and it's all like repurposed dolls. It's got a little jingle thing in it. I had to hide it from my dog. I was like, oh, she's gonna think that's a toy. This is a Deathclaw from Fallout. Big Fallout fan. Right now I'm really fucking bored with it though right now, because they've, you know, the whole Todd thing. This is a Sheep Squash. And then there's the Nuka-Cola truck. And then there's this guy. He's gonna kill this guy. Rawr. This is my projector. And then, oh, this is what do they call this? Man, I've totally forgotten what that's called. Mr. Fuzzy. Yeah, Mr. Fuzzy. This is Mr. Fuzzy. And then this was my graduation cap. I never walked. There was some things that happened and I never walked. But I did make the cap. So that was gonna be my cap. And then I've got these bears that are also Fallout. This is like Bumble Bear. It's not Hurt Bear. I want to say it's Calmy Bear. And then the blue one. I can't remember the names of them. But yeah. Oh, and then all of my musical instruments and apparently some of random clothing. But ukulele. This is a ukulele, which means it's part guitar, part ukulele. I have very small hands. And then I have, if you don't know what this is, it's very fun. And I won't play it just because it's very annoying too. And it's called an automaton. There's videos of people playing it and it's fucking hilarious. And this is what I play mostly. It's a guitar. It's not a guitar. It's a concert ukulele. That's what I was trying to say. And I use a wound string for the G and the C. Wait, that one's not wound. I think I used to have a wound C string. The G string is wound. That confuses me. And then this is a soprano. Which was given to me, and I actually found out that I like it a whole lot more than I thought I would. It was given to me. And then there's a signed poster that I got back in like 2010 for free because some douchebag cut in line and took the last one, so they gave me this one. It actually has a sticker that broke off right there, but you can't see it because I've got it framed. So there's a tour of my house. I mean, my space anyways.